assure them of that. Give it a try, and if it doesn't work, join the phone bank.
We only got like maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right, maybe one last?
Yeah, probably got like actually 4 people who had questions.
All right.
He was next to me. Do we have next question? Do we have the ability to stand outside the front of the facility once we get out of here? Is that going to be
Here's
okay?
another possibility. Yeah. I could just try to give you really quick answers. If you give me really short questions, I'll give you a 30-second answer. How about that?
I'm a law enforcement for 40 years and been involved in some campaigns, helping. And it seems to be paramount that you have got to get the word out. It's paramount that you have to get into the presidential debates. Yes. I think if you did, you would just shoot votes. So the question is Clinton or Trump that approach to see if they would agree to you being in the debate. If not, what else could we do to help get you there?
Thank you so much. So we have put out an open letter to them. And we are trying to establish contact, but there's no way Hillary's going to allow it. There's a wild card that Trump might. He actually supported open debates in the past.
I can't tell you a name. Being in law enforcement, knowing a lot of people across the country, I know a law enforcement officer that has his wife works for one of the universities where they'll be having a debate, and the word is in the offices, all they need, as long as you agree, will allow you in, and they will allow you in. They don't care about both of them.
Great.
Get one of them to agree, but you personally want to say they'll allow you in.
Sign our petition, which is on our website. We have almost 100,000 people. And then sign up for our campaign. So we may be doing protests, we may be doing rallies, phone call campaigns as well. And I myself was arrested for the cause of open debates, and I will do it again, and you're welcome to join me.
Insulin pump, and continuous glucose monitor cost me $2,700 last month alone. And insulin has now gone up by another $100 this month through my pharmacy. Being 24, married mother of 4, I don't know how I'm going to afford it. But so that's, I just wanted to say thank you, because your healthcare initiative is the only way I can see my family surviving. I wanted to ask you, my father is retired, 70, living down in South Carolina, and I wanted to know what you would say to the people in his generation who have faced 50 plus years of political disappointment. What would you say to people who are being let down by their government to finally make that leap and go there and vote their conscience?
I would ask them, as the parent of a generation now that paying the price, that will not survive because we don't have the jobs, we don't have the economy, we don't have the health care, we don't have the climate that we can survive in. We have expanding wars that know no end. We have a political system that has been hijacked by big money, by Wall Street, by the war profiteers. We are in the Hail Mary moment now. We're in the turnaround moment. We need to turn this breaking point that we face into the tipping point that we need to take back the promise of democracy and a peaceful, just, green future that we deserve. We ask you, this experiment has failed. It's time for a new way forward. Democracy needs a moral compass. We cannot just give it over to the lesser evil that represents a moral vacuum.
That's right.
That does not have values. That's all about putting profit over people. So we say this experiment has failed. It's time to stand up and lead with the moral compass that democracy must have, knowing that we actually have one. Did you have a
Dustin,
did you have a question?
I will ask it private.
Oh, okay. And there was. Yeah.
Are you on the ballot on all 50 states, and if not, which states, and what can people do to make sure
Great.
you are on?
Great. No, we are on in just about every state. There are 3 states where we are not, and we are litigating. And I think that's Oklahoma, Nevada. I think we're on in Georgia. It's on our Facebook page. See the latest map.
We're at 43, I believe. There's still, I think there's 5 that we might not get. There's like 3 of them that are write-in campaigns. There's 2 legal challenges, and then there's 3 more that we just turned in. We're waiting on validation. And Kentucky's still waiting to be turned in as well. It's going to be about 45 to 47, depending on how things shake out.
That's right. And so we are on the ballot as write-ins where possible. I think there are only a couple of states where it's still an ongoing process. And I think at this point, the real focus, and we're expecting to get on in those states. So at this point, the most important thing, I think, is to just get the word out. The states where we won't make it, like I think North Dakota, is it South Dakota? These are not large population states. In the last race, we were on for 85% of voters. This time, it'll be more like 95%. So we have all the votes that we need. Now the challenge is to get the word out and to get people voting, you know, in particular millennials who've been sitting it out because there's nothing to vote for, communities of color, Latinos who learned that the Republicans are the party of hate and fear, but the Democrats are the party of deportation, detention, and night raids. So this is about getting the word out that there is another way forward that works for people, planet, and peace. Thank you.
Hello, I am Kyle. And my question for you is, as President of the United States, how would you try and get the Democrats and the Republicans to compromise with the Green Party?
Great. Okay, terrific question. How do we get Democrats and Republicans to compromise? So, it turns out there's a thing called democracy. It's supposed to be we the people who are instructing our representatives how to represent us, not how to represent their big money donors. This is why they cannot compromise with each other, because they've left their human skills at home. They're basically under the influence, and they're taking marching orders. So compromise is not part of their marching orders. What they're doing is they're busy paying their debts to their big donors in the industries that own them. So we are about, telling them as their constituents that they need to respond to us, and that if they fail to respond to us, they are not only facing challenges in their next upcoming race, but that they are going to face recall campaigns as well. Because when you have an organizer in the White House, you actually get word about what bills are coming up, how we coordinate a strategy so that we are mobilized together to stop the Trans-Pacific Partnership, to ensure that we pass improved Medicare for all, to ensure that we pass a Green New Deal, and that we cancel student debt and invest in our younger generation, our key to the future. So we can do this by putting ourselves in the driver's seat and taking the big money out so we can get the people back in. That's how we do it. Thank you all so much.
Well, folks, that was the speech from Green Party candidate Joe Stein. Now, I know it's a little long, being just over an hour, but I did not want to edit anything because I wanted you to be the most informed voter that you possibly could. Well, folks, that is it for that. Hopefully, we do have another one just like this. And thank you for watching. And always be careful and remember, fear the root.